Bang. That's me. See that? That's me. That. How's it going, guys? Token Vaping. So today's juice review is the first flavor in a new set that I'm adding into my rotation. As you guys know, I've been trying to cut down the amount of time that each video takes just to make it easier to watch. I know, if the video is too long, people are less interested in watching them. So I've been trying to shorten them and devote a little bit more time and effort into each specific flavor. If the company's going to take the time to make a high quality flavor, the least I can do is put a little bit more time and focus on each specific flavor. Now, it has been working out better. However, the downside to it, because there's always a downside, the downside to it, unfortunately, is that it does tend to take me a little bit longer to get through whatever flavors I'm able to acquire or purchase, get from the specific companies. So, it tends to draw out the length of time that it takes me to get through a company's flavors, but it does benefit you to watch the video because they are a bit shorter and easier to watch. So it's a give or take. But today's juice flavor is from a company. Now, the name of the line, I believe, is Cloudfire. And the company is Hjelm Vapor. Well, I'm not sure. I'm going to assume it's pronounced Hjelm Vapor. It's Hjelm. They are a Canadian-based company, and they do have an ISO compliant room that they use to make these flavors. There is 4 that I was made aware of. This is their flavor menu, and this is the sample bottle I was able to get for the first flavor. Now, I'm a big fan, what caught my eye about this, and I'm a big fan of their label. And the reasoning why is because if you look at it, it has a very comic book, come on, focus. It has a very comic book style pop art logo to it. I'm a big fan of that style. I get a kick out of it. But this is the sample bottle for the first flavor. It is a 10 milliliter bottle with a safety ring cap, and as you can see, you can turn the cap all you want. It will not pop off until we bust this safety ring right here. It does have the name of the flavor right here, and it is a little small since it is a smaller bottle. But this one is called the Red Lemon, and I'll tell you the flavor profile here in a second. There's the name of the line for Cloudfire. It is a 3 milligram 10 milliliter, and then it does have the warning and ingredient labeling on the back. Now, what's cool is because it is based out of Canada, there is an English version and a French version since both languages are spoken in Canada. The other really cool thing about this is it has a my stupid camera, I apologize for that, but it does have a made on date, an expiration date, and a batch ID, so which is right in here. So if God forbid you ever purchase a bottle of this stuff and there's a problem with it, you can contact them. They will ask you, for that information, and they can pretty much narrow down what batch or when it was made, what it came out of, to see if it's an issue that is ongoing or if it was just something that may have just been a fluke with that bottle. So that's actually really cool. It shows their dedication to the quality and attention to detail for that. So since it is a new bottle, this is a first review, and as always, we will be juicing on a fresh wick, which, as you all know if you've watched my videos, my cotton of choice is Texas Stuff Cotton. I'm a really big fan of the company. I'm a big fan of the cotton. On Instagram, it's Texas Stuff Cotton if you're interested. The main thing I like about it is that it doesn't have a very strong cottony taste even on a first vape. So, Cloudfire line from Hjelm Vapor. They do have a website. It's hjelmvapor.com. It's HJELM vapor.com. They do have the flavor profiles on there. They do have a contact point on that site as well. Now, these are offered in, I want to say they are offered in a 30 and a 120. And they do offer them in a 0, 3, and 6. So again, this is one of those companies that, their main focus isn't the amount of nicotine you can cram into the juice. It's about the quality of the vape, the enjoyment of the vape, and the quality of the juice itself. So that's where their main priority is. So we'll have to see. Now, the Red Lemon. This is a fresh squeezed lemonade that's been infused with bright red strawberries and a splash of watermelon. So it should be a very light, fruity, citrusy style type flavor. Now we'll see how the nicotine affects that, because as a lot of you know, the lighter the tone of the flavor, the more fruit or citrus based flavors you get, regardless of the mix ratio, which this is a max VG. I don't know the exact ratio. I will find out as soon as I can, and I will notate the comment section on the bottom. Now, even though it's a max VG, I'm going to guess this just going by the fluidness of it. I'm going to guess it roughly about 75-25-ish in that area. Like I said, I will find out for sure, and I will notate the comment box to update you. But with the lighter flavors, the fruitier flavors, it tends to be a more thinned out juice, regardless of the VG ratio. So we'll definitely check this out right now, and we'll see if that's going to affect the vape and or throat hit. So if you listen, I'm going to bust this open. There should be a pop. Which it did not choose to do because the ring came off in one piece with the cap. But normally there's a pop when you separate the thing. Now, this is actually really cool because this is not the first time I've seen this, but you don't see it very often. The bottle already comes with a very nice thin nozzle tip, which makes it a lot easier to drip. Or if you're using a tank, you can. It's easier to get the juice into your fill hole without making a mess or getting it spilled out all over the place. As I'm dripping, it makes it easier to direct the juice where you want it to go on the cotton itself, without having it splash all over the place or spit out all over the place and then making a big flooding or leaking issue when you go to put your cap on and vape it. So we're going to go ahead and get this juiced up as best I can right now. And please remember, regardless of anything that I say, regardless of what I get out of the vape, in no way, shape, or form am I trying to impose that onto you or force you to feel that that's what you have to get out of this. Everybody vapes differently. Everybody has a difference of opinion. Everybody has a different flavor profile that they prefer. So everybody's going to have a different reaction to a particular flavor, regardless of whether you're watching a video of mine, regardless of if you're watching somebody else's, regardless of if you're trying it yourself. So just let's keep that in mind and know that I'm not trying to make anybody feel that they're supposed to have a specific Kylo! Sorry about that. That was my dog. So I'm going to do a quick pre-burn here, and we will go ahead and juice this up a little bit further, and we will get the first vape. So I'm going to go ahead and cap this up. And as always, as you all know, I do vape at 75 watts. That's my comfortable range. I do vape at different ranges, but that's where I sit at comfortably. So this is the Red Lemon from Cloudfire line from Hjelm Vapor. And it was a fresh squeezed lemonade infused with strawberries and watermelon. As you can see, the clouds are very, very dense, and they are very solid, so that's always a good thing, especially when you have a max VG flavor. So I'm going to drip a little bit more into here, just to get the fullness of the flavor. Okay, so flavor profile wise, it actually is very refreshing, I'll be honest. A lot of times when you hear, they say that it's supposed to be a refreshing blend or a very refreshing mix or anything like that, I've been disappointed a lot of times just because the flavor just hasn't come off the way that you would expect it to feel with that type of an intro. This actually is a very refreshing vape. It's very light. However, what impresses me most about this, as I was just stating before we vape this, it is a very light flavor, but I have no throat hit from it, even on a first vape. Absolutely none. That is very smooth, actually, for a light vape like this for the flavor profile. It has a very clean vape. It has a very fruity mix to it. Now, when everybody thinks lemonade, they think a really tart hit to it because of the lemon that's in that. I don't get that from this. It does have a lemonade or a fruit aid type taste to this, but it is not harsh. It is not tart. It doesn't have a bite to it. It has a very fruity, refreshing, clean feel, which actually, this would be what I would want to vape on a hot day. I mean, there are a lot of vapes that would work for a hot day, but when you're sitting around and it's warm out and you just want something and you want to vape, but you don't want to vape heavy, you want something light that's going to refresh you a little bit, that's going to give you that little clean pop to it so that it cools you or makes you feel like you're cooling off. This is what I would think of. So definitely give this a try if you like the more fruitier flavors, if you like the lighter flavors, if you're looking for a fruit drink style vape. This definitely would fit the bill. Again, it is the Cloudfire line from Hjelm Vapor, hjelmvapor.com. They are on Facebook. They are on Instagram. Definitely give them a check. Try out the flavor line if you want to. Again, they are based out of Canada as well. But thank you so very much, Hjelm Vapor. It is a huge honor. I've heard a lot about your line, and so far, what I've heard has rung true off this first flavor alone. So definitely check them out, guys. If you have any questions, you can always contact them off their website as well. As always, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Anything that I can do, no matter what it is, anything that I can do to help further enhance your vaping experience and help you enjoy it more, absolutely is the only reason why I do what I do. So definitely reach out to me if you have any questions. I will do everything in my power to answer them to the best of my ability. All I want to do is help as many people as I can find their ultimate fulfillment with vaping. As always, I appreciate all the love and support. Definitely watch my other videos if you have a chance. There is that red subscribe button. And as always, remember, no matter what, at the end of the day, vape on, vape strong, and have a good night.